Battlefield 6 has been out for a little while now, and even though the game still feels a lot of fun, it still feels like it's a good time, there are a lot of things here that need to be worked on because unfortunately, if they're not addressed within Season 2 or Season 3 by the latest, this game is not going to hold up very well. Now, don't get it twisted. Don't think that I'm trying to say that Battlefield 6 is already dead. It's definitely not dead by any stretch of the imagination. The game still has a lot of people playing it, a good enough amount of people playing it where you would think DICE would realize that certain things, like the ones I'm going to mention in this video, have to be addressed already. Now, as I'm recording this video, it's still before New Year's. We're still in the holiday season of 2025. So yes, DICE is on vacation. The developers are on their, deserved holiday break and everything. But when we're coming into the new year and we're coming back into a new season with Season 2 of Battlefield 6, certain things need to be changed, need to be added, starting with the visibility. In this game, since the beginning, I don't know what went through their heads. I don't know, with the whole glare thing, I know it's been a huge thing for so many people since the game came out, but visibility in this game is still really, really bad. There's so many times where I'm playing the game, I feel like I can't see people and somehow they see me, or it's just, when you're coming out of a room and in certain maps where you're outside, the sun and the glare, everything, that's been an issue since the game came out. It still hasn't really been fully fixed or even addressed. I think it was addressed slightly, maybe in November, but still, it's a huge issue and it's something that has to be fixed because this is a first-person shooter game. This is a Battlefield game. You're going to be playing on, large open spaces. You have to be able to see people. You have to be able to see your targets, see the enemies, and see what you're doing, where you're going even, or where people are going to be, because if not, you're just going to get pissed off and you're not going to want to play, and that's, that's going to lead to them losing players. Obviously, they don't want that. Another huge thing that I just feel has to be fixed, I don't know why it hasn't been even really improved, is the hit registration, the netcode in this game, connection. Look, I'm not somebody who's playing on fiber internet or anything crazy like that, but on a good night when I'm the only person on the Wi-Fi in my house, I'm usually getting anywhere between 28 to 33 ping. So it's not like I'm on the highest ping. It's not like my connection is the worst. Yet for some reason, ever since this game dropped, there's so many times where I feel like I should be hitting someone that I'm shooting at and the bullets just magically go through them or they just don't hit them. And there's other times where I feel like there's someone who's shooting at me and on my screen, I'm already clearly behind cover. I'm clearly behind something that bullets shouldn't be going through, and somehow they're still going through and I'm still getting dropped. It's very annoying. It's something that's just been pissing so many people off, myself included, because again, I'm not playing on the worst connection. I'm not playing on 300 ping, 200 ping. I'm playing on a good, stable connection every time I'm playing this game. So netcode, hit registration, that's something that has to be fixed, man. This is really crucial to this experience, okay? Because it's an online game, it's a first-person shooter. You have to have that locked down. You have to have that, established with that netcode and the connection. And I'm hoping that going into Season 2, this gets addressed. The latest, I would say, Season 3. But given the fact that, we have maybe 2.5 weeks left with Season 1 as of me recording this, Season 2 is right around the corner. I'm really hoping that going into that season, they address this and hopefully it gets fixed as the life cycle of this game goes on. I would hate it, dude, if 6 months from now, we're still complaining about this shit. Even 4 months from now, we're still complaining about hit registration. We're still complaining about netcode. Or, even worse would be if 4 or 5 months from now, DICE still hasn't even really addressed hit registration. I think they have at this point, so I have to give credit where credit's due. You can correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but I do think that DICE has addressed hit registration already in the netcode, but it's something that has to be fixed, man, at least by the middle or ideally the beginning of Season 2. And lastly, I would say the biggest issue that I've seen so many people complaining about is the size of the maps and the quality of the maps. Now, look, I'm going to be honest, there are a couple of maps in this game that I genuinely really enjoy. I can immediately point to Iberian Offensive. That's probably my favorite map in the game. I have a lot of fun with it, whether I'm attacking, defending, and Conquest. And also keep in mind, I mostly only play Conquest. I don't really play, Breakthrough, which I know is something that DICE is royally kind of fucked up, because I've seen so many people pointing to the fact that Breakthrough is practically broken now. I think if you're on the defending team, the attacking team just always is going to win because of the changes they've made in that mode. But I mostly play Conquest. I play Gauntlet sometimes with some friends, but my favorite thing to do in this game is Conquest. That's always been my preferred way to enjoy Battlefield. I feel like that's the way everyone should play the game. That's where I feel like it plays best. But the reason why I'm mentioning that is because my experience on the Battlefield 6 maps has mostly been within Conquest. I don't play Breakthrough, I don't play Escalation, I don't really play the other modes unless it's Conquest or Gauntlet. And apart from Iberian Offensive, I really enjoy Merak Valley, I really enjoy Siege of Cairo, even New Sobek City a little bit, but that map can also be pretty annoying sometimes. But apart from those maps, I'm not gonna lie, most of these maps are just pretty mid. I feel like there's no other way to describe it. And I have to especially point out Liberation Peak because I fucking hate that map. I can't stand Liberation Peak. Whenever it comes up, I have to immediately leave and try and find another game on another map because I can't stand Liberation Peak. And that brings me to what I'm about to talk about, which is right now the rumored maps to come back, or one of the rumored maps to come back for Season 2 is Propaganda from Battlefield 4. I really enjoy Propaganda, but I can immediately look at Battlefield 4 and say, you know what, dude, at this point, just bring back maps from that game. Bring back maps from Battlefield 3. I don't think the Battlefield community, the fans, would complain about that. If anything, that's what we want. We want maps brought back from Battlefield 3. We want maps brought back from Battlefield 4. Even Bad Company 2. I can immediately think of Battlefield 4 and think of Lumphney Gardens, think of Siege of Shanghai, Norshar Canals from Battlefield 3. Again, Propaganda from Battlefield 4, which is the rumored map to come in Season 2. I hope we get Propaganda, but I also hope that for Season 2, we don't just get one map that's brought back. I would really like to see 2 maps brought back, and ideally 3 maps in total, 3 new maps either brought back or new ones for Season 2. But the maps so far in this game are not that good, and the size of the maps, they are way too small. How is it that Battlefield 6 is nailing so many things, like the gunplay and gameplay is overall really fun, but when you're put on these maps that just force you into these bullshit encounters where you're getting shot first, where you can't even see anybody, it's like all these things that I'm mentioning factor into why the game can be so infuriating sometimes. You can't see anybody. Okay, that's already a big issue. You're playing on maps that don't have the best design and that force you into these cramped areas, into these bullshit ass encounters like I just mentioned, and because of the hit registration, because of the netcode, sometimes you're not even hitting your shots when you swear you should be hitting your shots, or you're getting killed when you swear you're already behind cover, you're in a safe space. And all these things just kind of factor into what can make the game really infuriating. That's a problem. That's a big problem. And I really do feel like, I mean, I'm sure you've seen it. Majority of the complaints with Battlefield 6 revolve around the maps. It has to do with the maps being too small, the maps not being that good. And I really feel like if DICE just started with that, immediately you would fall in a lot of good grace with the community. You would immediately get a lot of people back playing this game, because the honeymoon phase, let's be real, it's over with Battlefield 6. Okay, I really enjoyed this game. I was really looking forward to the game like ever since last year when I was still playing Black Ops 6, and don't even get me started on that shit, because Black Ops 7 has been a commercial failure for Activision, and that's another topic for a different video another day. But I've been hyped on Battlefield 6 since last year. I'm still hyped on the game now. I still see the potential that the game has, but if these things don't get addressed, if they don't get fixed, you know, going into Season 2, but latest I would say going into Season 3, but I really don't want to see that happen. Yeah, this game could be in some trouble, man. Honestly, it's not like the game, again, that's what I have to reiterate here. I'm not saying that Battlefield 6 is dead or that it's dying, but what I am saying is that these things have to be fixed to get this game to where it can be. I honestly see Battlefield 6 as a game that has potential to go down as maybe a top 3 Battlefield of all time when it's all said and done. Obviously, Battlefield 2042, you know, we know the state that that game was in back in 2021 when it came out, but it took 4 years for us to get Battlefield 6. And if this game's going to have a similar life cycle to 2042, safe to say we have at least 3.5 to 4 years left of Battlefield 6. And if DICE really locks in with this shit and they get this stuff fixed and they figure it out, yeah, dude, in 3 years, in 4 years, this could easily be one of the best Battlefield games we've ever had. And that's what I want to see this game achieve. I want Battlefield 6 to be as great as it could be. And that's why I'm making this video. That's why I'm pointing this stuff out. Personally, I'm still having a lot of fun with the game. I'm still enjoying it. But you know, sometimes, like I said, the game just really pisses me off. And I'm like, you know what? I got to stop playing this today. I got to go play something else. Or I just got to get off altogether and I got to go outside and do something else or whatever. But my name's Nico. Thank you so much to all of you guys for watching this video. Make sure you let me know your thoughts on Battlefield 6. Your thoughts on Black Ops 7 too, because that game really has been a failure. And I'm really curious to see if there's anyone out there who got Battlefield 6 and got Black Ops 7. I don't know. But that's beside the point. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications. Again, thank you for watching. Let me know your thoughts on Battlefield 6 and the future of the game and what you'd like to see brought into Season 2. And I'll see all of you in the next one.